Course in Miracles teaches that there are only two basic points of view or mindsets or emotions that you can experience the world through. One is fear and one is love. And the two cannot coexist. You're either in fear and then you respond to whatever shows up in your reality through the filter of fear. So you perceive whatever it is fearfully, therefore respond perhaps defensively or even more strongly attacking because you want to do to them what they are going to do to you from this fearful perception. And obviously that creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, because once you decide that something or someone is fearful, or not fearful, fear-inducing, dangerous, malicious, untrustworthy, as soon as you decide that this is so and start responding or reacting to this person as if that is true, you of course create a situation of animosity. And the other party feeling your attack upon them based on the stories you made up from this fearful place will invariably respond with defensiveness, or to top it up, counter attack. Boom. Conflict, born not out of the objective situation or relationship, but born out of the fearful perception you brought into the situation. The same situation approached from a place of love, an open heart, the assumption that whatever is occurring is good, benign, here to serve you, and you will respond to whatever shows up in a very different manner, and thus creating a very different outcome. And the beauty is that outcome can change at any moment. You withdraw fear from the situation or relationship and replace it with love. The situation may not immediately change, but your perception of the situation will dramatically change. My favorite chapter of A Course in Miracles: choose once again. Temptation has one lesson it will teach in all its forms, wherever it occurs. It would persuade the Holy Son of God he is a body, born in what must die, unable to escape its frailty, and bound by what it orders him to feel. It sets the limits on what he can do. Its power is the only strength he has. His grasp cannot exceed its tiny reach. Would you be this if Christ appeared to you in all his glory, asking you but this? Choose once again if you would take your place among the saviors of the world, or would remain in hell and hold your brothers there. For he has come And he is asking this. How do you make this choice? How easily is this explained? You always choose between your weakness and the strength of Christ in you. And what you choose is what you think is real. And the moment you choose fear, you create a fearful experience. The moment you choose the strength of Christ in you, you create a different experience. You co-create with Christ. The circumstances may not immediately change. They rarely do. But your experience of the circumstances will change, which is all that really matters. In the end of the day, you want to feel at peace. In the end of the day, you want to feel safe, looked after, valued, heard, respected. In the end of the day, you just want to feel at peace with yourself and with your life and anything and everybody in it. That's all that matters. And the circumstances in which you find yourself are secondary. Because as soon as you feel good and at peace, you feel good and at peace wherever the fuck you are. Right? Makes sense. You always choose between your weakness and the strength of Christ in you. And what you choose is what you think is real. Simply by never using weakness to direct your actions, you have given it no power. And the light of Christ in you is given charge of everything you do. For you have brought your weakness unto him, and he has given you his strength instead. Trials are but lessons that you failed to learn presented once again, so where you made a faulty choice before, you now can make a better one. And thus escape all pain that what you chose before has brought to you. In every difficulty, all distress, and each perplexity, Christ calls to you and gently says, "My brother, choose again." He would not leave on source of pain unhealed, nor any image left to veil the truth. He would remove all misery from you whom God created, alter unto joy. He would not leave you comfortless, alone in dreams of hell, but would release your mind from everything that hides his face from you. His holiness is yours because he is the only power that is real in you. His strength is yours because he is the self that God created as his only son. B'Tselem Elohim. B'Tselem Elohim. The images you make cannot prevail against what God himself would have you be. Be never fearful of temptation then, but see it as it is, another chance to choose again and let Christ's strength prevail in every circumstance and every place you raised an image of yourself before. For what appears to hide the face of Christ is powerless before his majesty and disappears before his holy sight. The saviors of the world who see like him are merely those who choose his strength instead of their own weakness seen apart from him. They will redeem the world, superheroes, for they are joined in all the power of the will of God. It's a lot of power. More than Spider-Man, Superman, and Superwoman combined. And what they will is only what he wills. That's super cool. That is super cool. Learn then the happy habit of response to all temptation to perceive yourself as weak and miserable. With these words, I am as God created me. His Son can suffer nothing, and I am His Son. B'Tselem Elohim. Thus is Christ's strength invited to prevail, replacing all your weakness with the strength that comes from God and that can never fail. I really like that one. The strength that comes from God and that can never fail. I really like that one very much. And thus are miracles as natural as fear and agony appeared to be before the choice for holiness was made. The choice for holiness was made. The choice that, oh, crap, I am B'Tselem Elohim, and therefore I can suffer nothing, and I am not my body, and all that stuff. And thus are miracles as natural as fear and agony appeared to be before the choice for holiness was made. For in that choice are false distinctions gone, illusory alternatives laid by, and nothing left to interfere with truth. You are as God created you. B'Tselem Elohim. And so is every living thing you look upon, regardless of the images you see. What you behold as sickness and as pain, as weakness and as suffering and loss is but temptation to perceive yourself defenseless and in hell. Yield not to this. And you will see all pain in every form wherever it occurs, but disappear as mists before the sun. A miracle has come to heal God's Son and close the door upon his dreams of weakness, opening the way to his salvation and release. Choose once again. But you would have him be, remembering that every choice you make establishes your own identity as you will see it and believe it is.